Hi, James from Motion Fitness here, and I've got a bodyweight based workout for you to try today. So this is called an AMRAP workout, which simply stands for as many rounds as possible. We're going to do three 3-minute rounds. So there'll be 2 exercises in each round to do, and you can do as many of those as you can in the 3 minutes. Then you can have 2 minutes to rest and relax, grab a drink, and then we go again with our second 3-minute round. Before we begin, we're just going to start with a very simple warm through. So we're going to do some total body extensions. If you joined me on one of the videos before, you'll know this is an exercise. So we're just warming up all of the big muscles and joints in the body before we get going with the exercise. So we'll be doing 3 minutes of work, and the first 2 exercises are going to be squats and crunches. So we're going to do 5 squats and 10 crunches, and you're going to repeat those 2 exercises as many times as you can in the 3 minutes. So I'm about to start my stopwatch over here, and we will begin. Okay, so 3 minutes begins now. So we're going to do 5 squats. That's 5 squats, and then lying down onto the ground for 10 crunches. Knees bent. Several ways of doing these. I'll explain them as we go through. And one more for 10. Perfect. So you're going to go through at your own pace. You don't necessarily need to keep up with me. You could be going quicker or slower. Take a break where you need it. We've already done 45 seconds of work. So the squats, just pushing your hips back, making sure that you can still see your toes when you're doing the squats. This is what they look like from the side. There's my 5 squats. Lying back down onto the ground for the crunches. So you can support your head by putting your hands in behind your head here for the crunches. Some people like arms up in the air. Number 6, 7, 8, couple to go, 9 and 10. Perfect. So back up onto my feet, halfway through here. So we're going to go for those squats. If the squats are feeling a little bit easy, you can take them into jumping squats. That's good. The quicker you move through these exercises, the harder they will be. 1 minute and 20 to go. Remember, go at your own pace. Take a rest where you need it. And there's my 10. That's good. Onto my feet. And 5 squats. Remember, these can be jumping if you want them to be. And 5. Cool. So we've got 45 seconds to go. Lying down for those crunches. 7, 8 for me, 2 to go. Back up onto my feet and in for these squats again. Remember, they can be jumping, going at your own pace, not necessarily keeping up with me. 10 seconds to go. Already just enough time for me to get a couple of crunches in. And there is time. Okay, so we have 2 minutes to recover in. So, going to take your time, wander around a little bit, shake out the legs. If you've got a drink handy, grab a drink. The next 2 exercises are going to be walkouts and star jumps. So I'll give you a demonstration of a walkout. Standing up nice and tall, going to put your hands onto the ground as close to your feet as you can, and then you walk your body out into a straight line. So you're in top of a push-up position and coming back to upright position. Star jumps, I'm sure we all know. Americans call them jumping jacks, which makes them sound more manly. but us Brits, we stick with star jumps. So just over a minute to go until we start that round. So just take your time, say, have a drink if you need it, a little bit of stretch out, and keep the body moving though, that's very important. So we've got 45 seconds until we start this next round. It's important with these exercises just to go as quick as you feel you can. Push yourself, get yourself out of breath if you want to do that, or you can just hold back slightly and just have a slightly easier workout. So perhaps if you're not used to exercise, you just dial it back slightly, and if you're used to exercise and doing that on a regular basis, you take that intensity up. So 15 seconds until the next round starts. So getting yourself ready and in place. We've got 1 walkout and 10 star jumps for 3 minutes, as many rounds as you can. It's not a competition, so we don't need to record the number of rounds we're doing. 3, 2, 1, and we're off. So we're into a walkout. Back up onto feet, and I got my 10 star jumps. Good, okay. So into the walkout. Again, if you want to make these walkouts harder, you can do just by simply doing the push-up, walking back, and into the star jumps. That's awesome. Good, so we're already 40 seconds through that. Into my walkout again. And if you want to, you can put a push-up in here, back upright, and where we go, first minute. Perfect. Okay, take your time with these. Once again, you're not competing with me. Push up if you want to, if not, just go to the top of that walkout and come back. It's just gone through the halfway mark. 9 and 10. Cool. Okay, here you go. One minute to go. So these might only be 3-minute blocks, but you can get your heart rate up nice and high during this and get nice and out of breath. Right, walk out, make star jumps again. Perfect. Okay, walking out. I'm going to put a push-up in it. If you really want to challenge, you can make it 2 push-ups. Okay, 27 seconds. $15. Okay, last 5 seconds. Just move all the way till the end. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So we've got 2 minutes. Take a breather, get the breathing under control. Have a drink, and we'll go for our last round. Our 2 exercises in our last round. We've got lunges and bent knee leg raises. So a lunge will look like this. We're going to do reverse step lunges, stepping back, bending the knee, alternate sides. We're going to do 6 of these, 3 for each leg. Then we're going to go down to the ground again for a bent knee leg raise. palms facing the ceiling, back flat on the ground, knees bent, and raise those heels off the ground, lower them back towards the ground but don't touch, and there'll be 6 of those. So a minute until this round starts. So we've got 6 reverse step lunges followed by 6 bent knee leg raises. Again, just get your own pace of these. I'll show you how to make the lunges a bit more challenging if you need to. And one of the keys with the lunges is to make sure that you're on railway tracks rather than a tightrope. So if we're on railway tracks, we're nice and stable. If we're on a tightrope, a little bit wobbly. 25 seconds and we'll begin this final 3-minute round. Okay, 10 seconds until we go. So we're starting with those 6 reverse step lunges. Going in 3, 2, 1. So step back, 1, 2, keep the chest nice and high. And there's my first 6. So lying down onto the ground for the bent knee leg raises, palms facing the ceiling. Try not to touch your heels to the ground once you've begun. And there's 6. Back onto the feet. So if you're super fit and you want to make these lunges harder, you can take them into a jumping lunge. So you lunge back and switch those feet. That one really will get you working hard. It's only 6 at a time, but that is enough to send the heart rate up and get your breathing nice and hard. Just a minute through here. It's good. As I stand up, 1 minute and 45 seconds to go. So into those lunges. There they are from the side. Or you don't need to touch your knee to the ground. In fact, I recommend that you don't. If you're going that far down, you may bump your knee into the ground and it can be hard. Get a bruise or a knock there, it's not good. These are one of those exercises that the slower you go, the harder they become. Coming into the final minute. Putting your hands up in the air can also make this exercise harder. It's in between a regular lunge and those jumping lunges I showed you before. One of these to go. And 25 seconds left. Okay, so in for some lunges. It's 12 seconds to go. Make the most of them. Keep moving. 5 seconds. And there we have time. Awesome, well done. So there we go. There's your 3 rounds. 3 minutes exercise, 2 minutes rest in between. Get through as many rounds as you can. If you want to, you could repeat that and do it again. You can keep the same exercises or you could change them up for something slightly different. So just going to finish off with a stretch. When we've exercised, it's really important to stretch those muscles, get some fresh blood into there, and it'll help prevent the soreness that you may experience over the next day or so, and future protect against any injuries that you may get. So we'll start at the top of the body and work our way down. Going to put Hand in between your shoulder blades, pull your elbow across the back of your head. This is going to give you a nice stretch through in your triceps. If you lean into this, the stretch goes down through into your back. And then we'll swap the sides over. Pull elbow across the back of your head, lean into the stretch. Feel the stretch go down into the side of the body. Next up, we'll stretch the muscles in the chest. So you're going to link your hands together behind your back, pull your hands off the small of your back and push your shoulders back, trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Should feel a really nice stretch through in the chest. And then we're going to finish off moving down to the legs. So we'll start off with our thighs or our quads. Keeping your knee together helps to pop one hand out to the side to balance, or hold your ear, or find something to hold on to whilst you're balancing. Going to relax out of there. Swap the legs over. And relax down. We're going to 2 stretches to go, one for the hamstrings and then onto the calves. So you're going to take one leg over the top of the other, bending forward from your hips, keeping your back leg straight. Go down as deep as you can to further stretch in behind your straight leg. Very slowly going to come up. Swap the legs over. Bending forward from the hips and stretching down towards the ground. It's an area I need to work on. You can see how far away from the ground I am. And then slowly coming up. And the last stretch is for your calves. Front foot flat on the ground, back foot, drive that heel into the ground, and you're going to put your weight forwards over your front knee. Feel the stretch in that back leg. Slowly come out of that stretch. Swap the legs over. Driving that back heel into the ground. Feel the stretch in the calf. And relax. There we go. Fantastic work. Hope you enjoyed that workout. Let me know how it felt. Speak to you again soon. Take care.